Natto represents perhaps the most nutritionally impressive food on this entire list, and simultaneously one of the most difficult for Western palates to accept. I want to be completely honest about both aspects because the potential benefits are remarkable, but the challenges are real. The vitamin K2 content in natto is unparalleled. We're talking about exceptional levels of menaquinone, 7, a form of vitamin K2 that's crucial for bone health and cardiovascular health. K2 directs calcium into bones and teeth rather than allowing it to deposit in arteries. This is profoundly important for aging populations concerned about both osteoporosis and cardiovascular disease. Western diets are generally quite deficient in K2, making natto's contribution genuinely significant. Nattokinase, an enzyme produced during fermentation, has been studied for cardiovascular benefits, particularly related to blood clot dissolution and blood pressure reduction. The research is intriguing, showing potential for improving circulation and reducing thrombotic risk. However, this same property means individuals on anticoagulant medications need medical guidance before consuming natto regularly. The protein quality is excellent, complete protein with all essential amino acids, and the fermentation process makes it highly digestible. The probiotic content adds beneficial bacteria strains different from those in yogurt or other fermented foods, contributing to microbiome diversity. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: texture and smell. Natto is sticky, slimy, and has a strong fermented odor that many describe as reminiscent of old cheese or ammonia. The texture is mucilaginous, stringy, and thoroughly off-putting to most people encountering it first time. This isn't about being adventurous or cultured, it's genuinely challenging. The implementation strategies require creativity. For absolute beginners, mixing tiny amounts into strongly flavored dishes effectively hides both texture and flavor. Adding a tablespoon to a grain bowl with plenty of other ingredients, strong seasonings, and flavorful sauce can introduce natto without the full sensory experience. Blending small amounts into Mediterranean-style dips, hummus, bean dips, or tahini-based sauces breaks down the texture and distributes the flavor. You're getting the nutritional benefits without the intact natto experience. More adventurous approaches involve serving natto Mediterranean style, mixed with olive oil, fresh lemon juice, chopped tomatoes, herbs, and perhaps some minced garlic. The acidity from lemon and brightness from herbs balance the fermented funk. This won't make natto taste like something it's not, but it creates a more balanced flavor profile. Adding natto to scrambled eggs or frittatas incorporates it into a familiar context. The eggs provide richness and mild flavor that tempers natto's intensity. Some people find this combination genuinely enjoyable. The freezing tip is practical. Natto freezes well, allowing you to buy it when available and store portions for future use. Thaw in the refrigerator overnight before using. Now, critical warnings beyond blood thinners. The vitamin K2 content, while beneficial for most, can interfere with warfarin specifically, which works by antagonizing vitamin K. This interaction is significant and potentially dangerous. The high protein and purine content means individuals with gout or those managing uric acid levels need to moderate intake. Purines break down to uric acid, potentially triggering gout flares in susceptible individuals. The sodium content varies by brand but can be substantial. Checking labels and choosing lower sodium versions matters for those managing blood pressure. The tyramine content from fermentation can trigger migraines in sensitive individuals. People who experience migraines from aged cheeses or other fermented foods may react similarly to natto. Quality matters significantly. Fresh natto from reputable sources tastes better and is safer than questionable products. The fermentation should be controlled and clean. From a realistic perspective, natto may simply be a bridge too far for many Western eaters. That's completely acceptable. The Mediterranean diet's success doesn't depend on every exotic food, but on overall patterns. If natto is intolerable despite best efforts, The nutrients it provides can be obtained from other sources, though not as concentrated in a single food.